Hi guys, Andy here, Andy Slater, and I'm going to show you how to build an FR filter in SMAART and in Rephase. So this technique is the best technique. It's deadly accurate. So basically I'm going to be using an open DRC. So let me run some noise. Okay. All right, I've got 4 mic TF average. Okay. There's my average. I've made a capture, okay, of the left and right. Basically, to do 4 mics, you turn them all on. And you want the phase traces to be right on top of each other to about 1K. If they start to wander past that, that's okay. If they're not on top of each other below 1K, then you just have to manually adjust the find time. Sometimes the find gets it wrong. Just manually adjust it, and I'll show you. Like, I can move this one around, pull the phase back or forward. You just want them on top of each other. And then you can turn them off and make a TF average, and your phase will be good. It'll be usable to about 2K. If you go and correct the phase above 2K, it's an average. Will it be closer? Hell yes, it'll be closer than not using anything at all. So will it sound better? Yes. It doesn't do anything but make it that much closer. Closer to what? Closer to where your mics are. I have 4 microphones right where my head would be. So that head space, it's closer there, nowhere else, just right there. So yes, you can correct to 20K this way, but it only works with a TF average. You can't use one microphone for phase and expect good results because it's only valid in that one little tiny spot. That's why you need at least 4 microphones to get an average of your headspace. And then the data above 1K, it drifts, each microphone drifts, you know what I mean, because it's only valid at that little tiny spot, but the average of them together will get you closer. Now, think about it. If you take one of those microphones and you move it just a wee tiny bit, the phase will go pew, 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 and be completely different. But again, it's an average of an area. So the averaging tool within SMAART is extremely powerful, and it does work. So I correct up to 20K, and it stays pretty damn coherent. It sounds really good. I can't do it in Room EQ. Room EQ sucks for this. To do FIR filters in Rephase, you really need SMAART with multiple mics. So I've made 2 averages. I call it a left and a right full. So basically, let me turn this off. So I've got this and this. This is my left and right. I basically go and export to ASCII on both of those, and then Rephase, you can't take that. It won't take that text file, so you have to go to Room EQ and open up Room EQ and then import those. Import impulse response. That's in TF. Date modified. There, left and right full. So left. Import impulse response. I don't know why it keeps going to that directory. There. Right. So SMAART is already aligned to T equals 0. Don't have to do anything to this. Once it's in RU, all you're going to do is do a direct export. Export as text and overwrite. Use the defaults. Overwrite. So this is rightful. We're just going to overwrite the same exact text file that we imported. but it's just going to put RU information in, like the header or whatever, something that Rephase can understand. Export measurement as text. Now we're done with room EQ. That's all we were doing. It's just for, making the text file readable. So now we'll open up Rephase and we'll make a correction. Let's import that measurement. So the left, there it is. So SMAART likes to use 0 dB as a reference, so ignore the dB because that don't matter. We just want to know where we're at. So our range, let's set our range here from -8 to about -19. -19, -8. I might go a little bit more. -22 to -8 looks good to me. So now let's EQ our response. So we have a big dip at 488. That dip shouldn't be there. I'm trying to think why it's there. Whatever, I'll fix it later. But let's do this. 220. So paragraphic gain EQ, we're going to do EQ work. So 220, Q4. Yeah, I just shouldn't have that tip there. Why the hell is that tip there? Yeah, it's a monster of a dip too. $485. I have tons of response there. Why do I have a dip right there? I'm going to look at something real quick. Good, that explains it. This thing's out of phase, 180 degrees out of phase. Anyway, let me just show you this real quick. Let's close this one. You would just EQ it right here. I'm gonna go fix it, but you just EQ it. 30, 70, 5376. 730. $11.30. $8.86. Fucking flies. $28.51. There's this 612. And then I want that big, I want that bump right there. Okay, and then let's erase some of this phase. Ooh, that's going the wrong direction. Let's try an all-pass filter there. Boom, look at that. $378, paragraphic phase EQ, 378, Q of 4, 180-degree scale. Okay, so 6144 taps, rectangular window, 48K, 754 dot bin, floating point, convolve. Okay, there it is, 64 milliseconds of latency. Let's go into this. Let's browse for that FIR. It's at the desktop. Isn't it? Yes. What is it named? Impulse. There it is. Send it to DSP. Now let's open back up SMAART. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that phase. Now let's look at our average. Nice flat phase. Response is exactly what you saw in Rephase. Like, exactly. Look how good that data is. That tells me the data I'm exporting from SMAART is really, really good. So I'm gonna figure out what this room dip is. I think I've got a wonky all pass somewhere. I know where it's at. I'm gonna fix it, but I'll fill that in. But this right here will sound killer. I guarantee it. And then I'm gonna make the other side match. So I'm gonna do a capture, and we call it left filtered, and I'm gonna make the other side match like exactly perfect. In this, the imaging will go outside the car. The center will be super strong, but not in the middle of the dash. It'll be like outside the car. And like your test tracks work perfect, like way better. Nothing wanders, everything stays put, instruments are where they're supposed to be, and music just generally sounds fun. So mini DSP, Rephase, and SMAART. It's pretty good stuff.